And like I said, the bigger we get, we got more people coming at us. People are going to try to do bad things to us no matter what because they don't want us to succeed.
Is we grew up so fast that we got so much attention, and you're not allowed to, in the corrupted markets, you're not allowed to go fast. You're not allowed to pop out of nowhere and help people change their life. You're not allowed to.
My name is Ash Mufara, and I'm your friend.
I'm Mike Ellis, by the way. I'm Mike Ellis, by the way.
Going there. She wants to be the first to make us look silly.
Karma's a bitch.
Queen of Karma.
Hello, everyone. How are you all doing today? I hope that you're all having a fabulous, amazing day. And that you are ready to laugh at some OnPassive stuff today. It's been interesting, to say the least. Thought we would time travel a little bit. O News 8 coming out and O Surveys coming out has just been like a little bit too much. A little bit too much for all of us to handle, I think. You know, we're just so upset over here. We're over here and we're thinking to ourselves, you know what? Now that Ash Mufara has released O Surveys and the O founders are able to tell him what they think about the company by answering 3 questions, it's over for us over here, those of us that have been speaking out about this, you know. we just don't know how we'll ever survive now, because apparently they've proved themselves to us, and we should just move on. Move on. Albs is in it to scam it. And Salami says, hey, 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 hey. And yay, Chris made it today. That's good. I'm glad. Sam is here, by the way. By the way. Sherry is here. And Sudakar, I hope I said that right. I want to set up my own surveys. Any day now. Any day, and you'll be able to. You should be very, very excited. Very excited. Put your thinking caps on. You're about to get schooled. Apparently. Mike Ellis, by the way, should be wearing a dunce hat. He should. My word. But before we get into that, like I said, I thought that we would just kind of, rewind time. We'll be rewinding, fast forwarding. We'll be all over the place a little bit today. Because just a moment or so before, O News 8 came, well, they were still trying to keep everybody hyped up in the meantime. There were a few days where there were no posts, so what were they going to do? I mean, they had to keep everyone hooked. Of course, John White and Bill Musk released another amazing video. Thinking caps, take me back to first grade. Hello, Louisiana. Good to see you. So, it's called Coming to Lift You Up.
I said, we're coming to lift you up. Not to impress you, not to sell you.
Could have fooled me.
But to see you.
Oh my.
To honor you.
Why do I feel like a serial killer is about to come barging in through my front door right now? I'm scared.
To remind you, you were never meant to carry the world alone.
Oh my.
I know. You've been told to hustle harder.
By you.
Push longer.
By Ash.
Smile while you're tired.
Mainly by Marty and Chris.
Work while you're healing.
Yeah.
Produce while you're grieving.
Yeah.
But today,
oh my.
we're flipping the script.
Okay.
Because you're not a product.
Ah!
You're not a data point. You're not a number in a system built to extract.
Oh my. Not extract.
You're a person with dreams, with pain, with purpose that can't be coded.
Woo!
And this new movement,
Okay.
this new company, this vision.
Are we still not saying the name? I feel like this would slap a little harder if you were like, this new company, and then you actually said the company name, but maybe that's just me. Hello, Zachary. I'm just kind of, even Salami's like, whoa, what's going on over here? What is this? They're even saying it's their new trailer. That's the best part. So I'm like, please don't put 6-minute video as your trailer. Don't do it. People don't like it when I do it for my intro.
It's not about replacing the old world. It's about restoring your place in it. No more selling your story for free. No more algorithms shaping your self-worth. No more silence when you speak your truth.
That's funny, coming from the people that won't even answer a question. You know, if you're at a webinar and you have something that you want to say and you just try to put your hand up. But, okay, not going to silence us anymore. Because, you know, they have their survey coming.
We're building a platform where you
Are ya?
come first, where your privacy is sacred, where your voice is amplified, not mine.
Actually, it's not. The website uses cookies. There's no cookies warning. Disclaimer, which is actually illegal. And it's awful. It's awful. It's not a secure website at all. I don't trust it at all. Not for a second.
Monetized, where your growth is the goal, not the gap in your wallet.
Again, I have a feeling that we're going to have to buy a survey.
And to the founders, the
Oh,
affiliates, the ones who wait.
I do like this guy, though, that likes to yell at us and then get all soft-spoken and then yell at us again and then get all, you know, he's up and down with it. It's fascinating.
Who believed before the proof arrived.
Turns into heavy metal.
We see you. Before the proof arrived. We honor you.
As before us any time.
And we're lifting you up. Not just in title.
Your time.
But in value, in wealth, in dignity.
Dignity.
Because when the user wins, everybody wins.
In it to win it, you know.
No shareholders screaming for more, just a circle of trust. Where the more we build, the more you rise. So if you've ever felt invisible, if you've ever worked hard and still felt behind.
I do feel like it's turning into a heavy metal song, though, now.
If you've ever given your data, but never gotten value in return, this is your reset. This is your reset. This is your elevation.
This is your reset.
We're not just changing tech.
Who's this guy now?
We're changing lives.
Hey, Takara. There.
One mind, one heart, one family, one future. And right now, we're reaching down.
Why is he so mad, though? He's like, either this is supposed to be a heavy metal song, or this guy is real pissed about this. All right? One of those two things are happening. This is not just a normal motivational speech. I'm very, very scared. Very scared right now. So if they give money, they will get value in return this time. Like the 50th time over 7 years. Yeah, this is the time they promise. Trust 108 vanilli gone. It's true. It's true. The SEC said it. You don't even have to trust me. But, you know, you should be trusting Ash. He's the rich one with $108 million gone. He's the Sir Lord of the Internet. Sounds like a plan, right? The reset, yes. The OES is going to go down again completely this time. I'm still not sure how it's running right now, as we've talked a lot about. And I've brought it up again. It's just very bizarre, the whole thing with it. Second time they were using passive-aggressive Edward Norton AI. This is like the third or fourth time now. I just like, they're pumping them out now like crazy. They're all like this now. This is like their new thing. They're like, yeah, no, this is what we want to do. And I'm like, I kind of like the old ones better. It wasn't as aggressive. I feel like he's mad at me. We're seeing, you know? I do. I feel like he's screaming at me mad.
To lift you up! Not tomorrow! Not when it's ready! Now! Because you waited long enough!
What is this? What is it?
So stand tall, breathe deep, and know that.
I mean, after that scream, I guess you have to. And I'm fucking petrified. So yeah, I'm breathing. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen. I just feel like you're gonna murder me at the end of this.
This. You're not climbing alone.
Now I get to take my whole team with me, right?
We're right here lifting!
Okay. Is that why you're yelling? What is happening right now? Why does this feel like I feel dread? Not excitement. I feel dread. Like that I'm not like, woohoo, I can't wait for the next thing to come out. I'm like, oh my God, whatever that was. I'm glad it didn't get me. Like, what was that? You know, that could have been a fire song if they had worked on it a little bit, maybe gotten like some rhyming going. You know, there was a few times where I was like, are they going to go for it? And then they didn't. And I was kind of like, oh man, would have been great if they just started actually doing a song. There was one point where there was some rhythm in the way he was saying the words. It wasn't just screaming, which the rest of it seemed to be. But we never turned it into a full song. It's like the step right before it's a song or something. Good grief. Walk away. Don't walk away. Laugh. They want to expand to Hollywood, but I think the chances are low, real low. Right? Right? It's so insane. I think they think it's like empowering, inspirational, motivational, you know? It's kind of like how when Chris gets excited, he starts yelling. You know what I mean? So some people, when they get excited, they start yelling. I start yelling when I get super duper happy or excited. Just not like that though. You know, this is like it's not the tone that you would think for a exciting like coming soon video. You know? So that was great fun. I had to share that one with you guys. I was like, no matter what, we definitely have to share that one. That one is beautiful. Oh,
everybody, it's Susie McCray.
Not yet, Susie. Not yet. Not yet. You're going a little early for me here. Going a little early for me, Susie. But yeah, so right before good old ONUS 8 came out with the survey, please do go check out that video if you haven't yet. Because it's their new product. Check out that video too if you haven't. But right before it came out, Susie was very excited. She was so excited that she actually uploaded a video that was entitled Susie's Ready for #ONews8, which made me giggle a little bit because I was like, really? That's what we're doing now in between? We'll be releasing videos about how excited we are to get the news? It's a little weird, but okay. Hello, Sweet God. Good to see you. Hello, Manic. I hope I said that right. If I didn't, I'm sorry. But I thought we would also give that one a watch to see how that one turned out. I'm sure it's wonderful. As you can see, it's very short. All these are shorter ones. Susie's running for O News 8.
Hey, everybody, it's Susie McCrae, and I'm coming on briefly to remind you all to go to O News 7 in the back office and make sure you read all of the recaps that Ash Mufara has posted back there, bringing you up to speed to where we are in the journey. Because
it's very important that you don't miss it. Because there isn't enough hype about it when they come out. Like every time that I see a video like this, because this isn't the first time that they've done a video where they're like, I'm really excited for the webinar coming up to get the news. They do that all the time. It's just usually it's in a webinar with Ash. So it's like, I can kind of understand being excited to see Ash at the webinar since, he's the cult leader and they all worship him like a god. That I can understand would be exciting for them. It's a little harder for me to understand being excited about a bunch of text in the O News area. Like, you know what I mean? Especially when, as you guys know, it's never said anything that great or exciting or doesn't really say anything much, does it? So, like, a video like this is just freaking ridiculous to me. Like I'm like, what are we doing? But obviously, when they make all of these videos, all of the people that are O founders immediately go and read those messages. Many of them, several times. They talk about this, by the way, all amongst each other when they're doing the Heroes and OTech and whatever webinars, when they're all up together. They'll be like, oh my God, I read that one 14 times. It was just so powerful. And you're like, why? But it's like, we didn't need their big refresher. Especially since it's not like they disappear. They're all still up there. So the whole thing's just been kind of funny to me. So I'm like, why do we have a whole post that's refreshing? Why are people so excited about this? And then they're all still up there. I could understand maybe if they disappeared. They used to disappear, by the way, when, the OES was first out. Many moons ago. And if a message went up, it would disappear afterwards. You would never be able to find it again. And then when Ash added in the arrows so that you could scroll through, that was a big deal, if you remember. They were very excited about that. The things that they get excited about, I tell you.
at the end of O News 7, this is what he said. In O News 8, we'll be turning the spotlight around and asking for your response. We want to hear from you. How do you feel about what you've seen and heard so far? What's resonated with you? What questions remain? Your voice matters. After all, this isn't just our dream, it's yours too. So
thanks, Susie.
I'm out here telling you, it's time for you to go back if you haven't, or if you already have, reread O News 7 and be ready. Be ready for O News 8.
I'm good.
Because it's going to be very important that you put on your thinking cap, grab your thinking cup, faux pas there, your thinking cup, and use your brain and your mind and your heart.
Yeah, please. Start using your brain. Start using your brain. I get it. You're experiencing a lot of cognitive dissonance. Everything's always confusing. You never know what's going on. Keep getting told you have to be excited for something that's coming, but nobody even knows what it is. You know, just think about it for a minute. Ash didn't have a tech team until yesterday, apparently. So what's being done over here, you know? What work are they doing?
To answer whatever questions. I have no idea what it's going to be. I'm assuming it's some type of survey. We might be asked questions. We might be able to give comments on things, whatever.
It's funny to me that she knew it would probably be a survey and that, like, he wouldn't just let people comment. I'm surprised she even mentioned we might be able to comment. She should know, like, I doubt that they'll ever be able to just fill in, like, a text box with whatever they want to say. Like, the way that this is going to go is it's always going to be a survey. And now that Ash has told Gersminder in that voice note that this is their new software, I think, you know, we can say that for sure. Like, the idea is that it's going to be surveys. And yeah, sure, in a survey, I'm sure that they would be able to put that in, but I don't think so. I think it's always going to be a multiple choice situation. Lily says, how can John White and Bill Musk top this trailer? You know? No set of people have been more ready than these people. I know, it's like, okay, they've been getting ready for 7 years. Like, I think they're good. I think it's time we just do the thing now. If that's what we're doing here, you know? Get it done. Do or die. I listen to audiobooks. When a new book is about to be released 9 months since the last one, I like to go back and listen to the last one so I'll know what is going on. It's almost the same. No, because that makes sense. Because that's like 9 months that go by and you can forget things in that time. Right? These messages in the back office are released like a couple days apart usually. As you see, if it goes 4 or 5 days, they all go insane. Start releasing videos, hoping that they come out. So, you know, no time has gone by. And they're short. It's not a whole book, damn it. All right? It makes sense that you could forget part of a book. But you have to also remember, they think of Ash as a god. So reading these back offices messages is akin to like reading the Bible for them. That's his word. And so it's like, I also doubt that they'll forget what it said. They talk about it for days afterwards and hear about it nonstop. They all read it over and over. It's like, you don't have to read it 10 times because if you're an OnPassive, you're watching all of these people every single day. And they're going to all read it to you. By the end of the day, you've heard it 10 times. You're good, you know? And I keep trying to tell people that, like, try not to waste your time doing all these extra activities that they keep telling you to do. It's just because they want you to spend as much time on this as possible for sunk cost fallacy. That's it. That way you've put in too much time and effort to walk away. Less chance of you leaving. That's the only reason. That's why, like, we still don't know what happened. like Ash keeps hinting still that he's gonna tell us what happened with their money in Dubai and all that stuff. We still haven't heard. He's been hinting it for months and for several of these messages. A book is more than 6 lines. Exactly. Exactly. It's scary that the followers will love this. Exactly, again. Hi, Jelly. You know, they'll be like, I'm excited too.
Put on your thinking caps, go back and read O News 7 and be ready for O News 8.
17 times.
Now, stakeholders. We are stakeholders. We're not stockholders. We're stakeholders. What's a stakeholder?
Oh, Lord. Yeah, I guess, Susie. I think I know what you're going to say. I don't know if I like it, but I think I know where this is going. But that's also part of the problem here. Part of the problem.
Most businesses, companies,
They're on the carnivore diet, sweetie.
these organizations have stakeholders. It's people involved in the business. It's customers. It's people who work for the business. It's vendors who support the business. There's all different ways you can be stakeholders. We are important stakeholders, and Ash Mufara is honoring that by asking our input, our feedback, our questions. Okay? That's important. Why is it important?
Yeah, you're the stakeholders because Ash doesn't really have much at stake here. I mean, I know you guys are all like, oh, well, it's his name and he's the one doing us for it, blah, 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 blah. He's doing it with your money, though. That's what you don't seem to understand. Your time, your energy. You're all marketing this thing for free.
It's important for him to hear from us and to keep his finger on the pulse of things. Okay.
Why now? Why now? How come 7 years ago people weren't doing surveys with them? There's been a couple other times where Ash has asked for people's input. Mainly, there was that time that he asked Red to do a survey with everyone. Do you guys remember that? But usually when Ash is like, I want to hear from you guys, and then they're on a webinar, he picks who's going to come up and say what. It's never just an open webinar where anyone watching can ask questions. And if someone says something that they don't like, they go, oh, no, we're not going to answer that. We'll talk about that later. We'll talk about it in private. Blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? So, it's ridiculous. Just because Marty was pruned doesn't mean you need to go hard making a dumbass video, Susie. It's like, were you scared? Can we do a survey? We certainly can. Susie, we the naysayers are also stakeholders, having interest in the final countdown.
Okay, and his team. So this,
What team? This team just came out of nowhere. I'm over here after he announced there is no team, wondering why everyone keeps talking about a team. This whole time, have I not been? How many times have I yelled about this? I've been like, there is no team, he said so. And now all of a sudden again, as of the Gersminder voice note, which came out, I believe, yesterday. That's when my video on it came out. And I believe that when I downloaded it, it was 4 hours old or something. So, I'm kind of like that the team just got hired yesterday. And they came out with the O survey in an hour, because that's probably as long as that would take, especially for an entire tech team. And then, here we are. When, Jesus Christ, when did this team get formed? Because I literally feel like it just spawned. It spawned yesterday. We haven't heard anything about it, really. It's even from Ash. So I'm kind of like, what's going on? Is the team in the room with us? Have they entered the chat? Hello, SEC Agent Dawson. Yeah, Susie looks like she's legitimately lost it. There's something going on with her glasses or something right now where she looks googly-eyed, cross-eyed at times. Sometimes they're crooked. I don't know if they've broken, but it's not helping, is my point. That's where I think some of it's coming from. I don't know what's going on, but she just looks different, and I agree. The absolute deer in the headlights, right? I'm locking the doors. Locking the doors so that the team can't get in. No, but it's just like now there's this team and there's a product, but it's not a product as we spoke about. But there's a product. And I'm like, oh, for fuck's sakes. How? When? What? Like, where are they working? They don't have an office. Like, it's like the more you think about it and what's happened here, the less sense this team existing makes. Okay? Like, I could go on for another hour. It's ridiculous.
This is great. Back when I worked at the hospital and I was involved in employee satisfaction and patient satisfaction, we did a lot of surveys. And a lot of people think of surveys as, oh, you're just going to hear bad stuff. People just like to complain. Well, that's not true. That's not necessarily true. Yes, there's a certain percentage that do that. But you know what? Sometimes that has helped us at the hospital listen to our customers and rework things that we may not have seen clearly.
Here's the thing, okay? There's a difference between constructive criticism and just like hateful complaints, if you will. I guess that's what we'll call it today. There's a huge difference between those things, right? Some hateful things you should ignore, like needless 5-year-old drama. You should just ignore that. That's stupid. But when you're running a business, and this business is dependent on you having softwares that are supposed to be user-friendly and make the public apparently solve all their issues, actually. Solve the public's all their tech issues. All the tech issues you could ever dream of, they were solving. And then all of the actual issues as well, they were going to save humanity. So if you're promising these things and people say, hey, how are you going about this when you don't have a tech team or any offices? That might be a good question to answer. And if they say this sounds like nothing is really happening here, what the fuck is going on after 7 years? That might be more on the side of constructive criticism. Now, if you had products that people could criticize, let's say, and again, you're all about being user-friendly, and somebody's using your product, and for some reason, they don't like how something works in the software. All right, they find it very, very hard. Let's say it's like the O Connect, and they find it hard to go from scene to scene to scene. All right, so in other words, they find it hard to go from like this screen to this screen. Or maybe you want to just do the whole screen. That's what it means when I say changing scenes. So let's say that they find that very difficult. Let's say there's too many buttons to press. You got to go in an area in the back before you even get to them and click on them. And they write you and they say, listen, I think that this could be more seamless if you put the scenes like right on the side or at the bottom in the studio so that I didn't have to go to a folder first. That's constructive criticism. Right? And you want to hear those things. If you ignore all of these sorts of things, you don't know how to improve your product for the public, the customers, who are the people that you're trying to apparently solve all the tech needs of. So they're the ones that you're supposed to make happy. So if they're saying something isn't working, you should maybe listen. The thing about Ash is that he doesn't do that. And this survey wasn't even about that. This survey was, how much blind faith and loyalty do you have in me and that we can do this thing? That was it. There was nothing like constructive to be had about this. I finished it wondering to myself, how is this even going to tell him anything about how you should move forward. All it's going to give him an idea of is how much support he has. That's it. That doesn't even really serve the business, because it's about him and not the company or products, right? It's a personal, narcissistic thing that he's doing. And this is the issue with being a cult leader, manipulator, and running a business. You can't see past yourself. You only care about how everything serves you and what's best for you instead of everybody or the company as a whole. And once again, I felt like this survey was just kind of another example of that. It would have been a great time to ask people about products and that kind of thing. You know, what kind of products do they want? I mean, he claims that, you know, like I said, Red did that one survey that one time and he collected that data, but that was a while ago. So, like, why wasn't stuff like that included? He didn't ask them anything like, do you think it would be better for us to have an affiliate marketing business model? Or do you want us to stick with like a multi-level marketing business model? Now, if a question like that had been in the survey, I would have understood how you guys answering it is helping him with the vision of the future of the business, you see? But again, that's not what it was. So I'm like, it was just a waste of fucking time, man. That's all it is. It's not going to help it with anything. Nothing. Hello, Joe. Good to see you. Hello, O News. Glad that you can make it. Time-wasting exercise. Exactly. And just to like keep the hype going. And like I said, I think Ash was hoping to get an idea of who's loyal and who's not. Remember, it's attached to their accounts. When I said in my video that I was worried if I answered the survey negatively that my account would get shut down, I wasn't joking. I actually think that that's one of the things he's doing right now. He keeps talking about pruning. And that's a scary thought. Now, so you don't have to worry about me joining OnPassive, filling out the survey in a positive way so that we still have access to the back office. But somebody else who's fearful of filling it out honestly might be forced to fill it out because they're also fearful of this. And rightfully so, especially since Marty got yeeted, which is why Marty got yeeted. Somebody at the top was going to go. It always happens in these cults where there's multiple people. And Marty, at this point, might have had a closer relationship with some of these people than Ash does. And Ash might have been a little bit, jealous of that. Well, he can't ask about the products because there are none. But he can ask what future products they want, things like that. There wasn't even that on the survey. It had nothing to do with business. So the desktop robot assistant from China would be a good first product. They'd talk about it for hours, right? Well, if Marty can be pruned, anyone can. Exactly. And that's true. And unfortunately, it does strike fear into the rest of the members, and a lot of them are going to end up almost doubling down now. This is it's time to prove your loyalty to me moment, and it's a bad moment. I don't like it. That is, if they don't do white label supplements with nanobots inside. Oh, Lord, could you imagine?
The other thing it does is it allows people to feel heard, and it stimulates other ideas and other concepts, okay, from the stakeholders. So customers are stakeholders, we're stakeholders, the team is stakeholders, people supporting this journey are stakeholders, and we are being asked to give feedback. So I highly, highly recommend you go back, read ONU 7. It puts everything in order. and be ready for O News 8. Put on your thinking cap, get your thinking cup,
We
get
get
your
it.
brain and your heart connected and your mind,
Is Ash's brain and heart connected?
and give some value back to Ash Mafara
Wow.
when he asks us specific questions or feedback. It's important. You have a choice.
It's not that important.
And I'm choosing to go into O News 8 and give it my all to give back to Ash answers to questions or whatever feedback he's looking for.
Give him
Okay,
whatever
that's
you
what
want.
I'm doing, and I hope you're doing the same. Anyway, that's it for now. Love you all. Keep your eyes open for O News 8. Mwah.
Yeah, so again, I just want to give you a little reminder on the questions. How committed are you to reaching our big, bold, beautiful shared dream? How committed are you? And then it actually says, please go back to O News 6 for reference if needed to answer honestly. Like, that's going to help. Anyway, 2, how long are you willing to stay committed to achieving this dream? And then 3, to reach our destination, the vehicle we've been using may not be enough. Which best describes your views? Basically, it was, do you have blind faith and loyalty for me? Do you have blind faith and loyalty for me? Do you have blind faith and loyalty for me? Like that's what it was, as you can see. And I know he's making it like, well, kind of. I mean, it is asking you for your view, but it's all about this dream, right? Not even your dream, this dream. So that's it. That's it. No other questions. And then it's all like, oh, don't worry, your input will help us shape the road ahead together. And I'm like, I'm not seeing how. Like, how? What does that tell you at all about anything? Like, what do you mean? It doesn't tell me anything. So that was their big survey. You know, that's what they're all excited about. And that's what's going to tell everybody, oh, look at this thing starting. Look at our new product. Okay, because it's a product, apparently. And that's what's going to tell Ash what his next steps should be here. Yeah, not really sure how, but that's what they're claiming. Oh, survey says, my questions aren't loaded at all. Were you loaded when you did the questions? Survey like this would have taken like 5 minutes for a year 1 computing student. Hardly revolutionary, especially since it's made with like Amazon and Google stuff. That's like already just like a bunch of plugins, open source code, once again, thrown into a survey. There was nothing that was not traced back to, other than maybe the format of it. And we're not even 100% sure about that. How committed are you to this cult? More like, exactly, that was the whole survey. Felt like we just answered the same question 3 times in a row, and that's all it was about. It tells Ash who to terminate. That's what I'm scared of. And I'm sure that they all thought of that too, you know? They're all out here like, oh my God, he's going to terminate.
We will terminate you without a notice. You're gone. No. We will terminate you without a notice.
I don't know why I did that.
We will terminate you without a notice. You're gone. No joke. We will terminate you without a notice.
Sorry, I don't know why it messed up on us. That was disappointing. That was disappointing. StreamYard really shit the bucket. Yes, they did. That's the most exciting survey I've ever seen, right? Will you go with me? Yes, no. Right? Do you like me? Yes, no. Am I cute? Yes, no. That's it. That's all it is. You know? It's just so silly. So as you see, after the survey came out, that again, I just showed it to you, Susie felt the need to do another video to talk to us about the survey. She says that she surveys the survey. I'm like, okay, now we're just getting silly, Susie. We're just getting silly now. Silly Susie surveys the survey.
Hey, everybody, it's Susie McCrae, and I'm just going to briefly give you my thoughts about O News 8 and the
You mean on the Susie McCrae channel? I'm watching Susie McCrae crazy.
Survey that is posted in our back office. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. So when it came out, of course, I was excited. I went to my back office. I saw the update.
Yes, ma'am. How did you feel when you went into the back office and you saw O News 8 had been released? What did that make you feel like?
Checked it out, go check it out. So when it came out, of course, I was excited. I went to my back office. I saw the update, and it was so simple and easy to.
Wow, that's amazing, miss. We are so glad that you are so super excited about that. What else was on your mind while you were reading through that survey?
Do. And that's number one, what I love about it. Okay. So in doing it, a little story is told, then your thoughts, are asked, and you're able to answer 3 simple questions.
Wow, ma'am, 3 simple questions? That sounds amazing. Do tell us more.
Very simple. And then when you're done, you hit submit. Now, here are the key points I want to make about this. Finding out that this survey product was built from scratch by the team. That.
Do you care to elaborate how the team built this from scratch, ma'am?
That is like, wow. There's no third party doing this at all. It's
no third party in the history of the world, ladies and gentlemen, have ever made a survey software. Aren't we grateful that Mr. Ash Mufara, Sir Lord of the Internet, and his tech team were able to put this survey software together? For years, people wanted to do surveys. Everybody's been asking, how will I ask people questions and get them to answer me without calling them on the phone? And then the internet came out. And we still didn't figure out how we would do this and collect data. Data hasn't been collected in 25 years, but thankfully, thanks to O Survey and Mr. Ash Mufara, Sir Lord of the Internet himself, we are now able to start collecting data. We can't wait to ask you questions. Like, fuck off, Susie.
It's all in-house. That is terrific.
Terrific.
So as I look at this survey, now knowing that, I'd just like to share with you that the importance of why this is so great. First of all, you can update your survey answers at any time up till midnight, August 4th. And if you noticed in the dialogue that is written there, it says midnight, your time. So there's no trying to figure out what midnight means midnight.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Thanks, Sir Lord of the Internet, Ash Mufara, for that. Thank you. Time zones. Jesus. They're impossible, aren't they, folks?
So that was something that I was like, wow, it's not just
Wow.
midnight Eastern daylight time or Pacific time, midnight your time. That's just showing you a little piece of why this survey product is excellent. The other thing is, a lot of times when you take surveys, you hit submit and it's gone. There's no like looking back.
Oh.
And from what Ash has said, and I think a lot of you heard his voice text, that you'll be able.
That's right. Just like Sam is saying right now. This is the greatest thing since the wheel was created. Aren't you excited? I'm excited.
To go back and retrieve this. They are going to keep it in our back office. So normally when you do a survey, it's either gone or you have to print it out or you.
What are you talking about, Susie? All right, I tried the news broadcaster bit for long enough. This is where it gets silly to me. She's like, so when you do a survey, you have to print it out or it just disappears. It just disappears. And I'm like, no, it doesn't disappear. Like, the person on the other end usually gets the answers, unless you're just doing, like, I don't know, one of those silly online surveys that are like, which Olsen twin are you? Like, and it doesn't usually just disappear. They'll be like, thank you for filling out the survey. Your answers have been recorded. But she's acting like that does not happen, all right? The only way that we could do surveys before this is by printing them out. Printing them out, I say. And the survey said, you are wrong, Susie.
You have to go to an email and check it out. How great is that? This software is going to take care of it for you.
Oh,
I mean, that is just genius. The other thing, as you notice in it, is it has embedded in it the Google translation, so you can change what language you want to read the questions in and submit it that way. That's also great. The one thing to keep in mind, this is just the first survey. And in Ash Mufara fashion, he is putting it out there in a simple, easy way to follow. It's almost like we are, or he and his team are testing how not just the mechanics of this, which is important in understanding it, but also getting his finger on the pulse, like I said before, of where people stand in this journey. So it's twofold.
They tell on themselves, don't they?
Doing that plus testing this in a simple, easy, concise way that you can't screw up. You just go in and take the survey. So I love, love, love that. The other thing to keep in mind is we do not know what the back end looks like. We don't know how the team and Ash are gathering the information.
What team?
At some point, I'm assuming that we will be able to see that, understand it, because remember, this is a product and a tool that we are going to be able to use and customers are going to be able to use. So I'm sure in the future, we are going to see how the data is collected. Maybe there's going to.
Oh my God. Like, do we really need to see the data of this? I'm already going to tell you that anyone that filled out this survey is probably someone that is very much indoctrinated into this cult. And so it's going to be all of the answers that I gave. Like, are we going to have a presentation with a PowerPoint that explains the data that was collected from this survey? Please say yes. Make that the next corporate webinar. It would be amazing. We definitely want to see what everyone said, you know? Who would buy that, Jake? And that's the thing, right? they now believe that this is a software application that people are going to be buying. You can do surveys for free right now online, but people will want to buy into this. And this is apparently the first product they've decided to go with. Like, they haven't learned anything. So all the PNG and Indian founders will now need to sell survey software to other people who don't have internet access. Yep. And probably, like, don't need to do surveys. You know? Like, do they work for BuzzFeed? Like, what's going on? I'm going to get Mummy Nev a coffee. Might drop out for a bit. Don't terminate me without a notice. I'll try not to. They'd lose their minds over the not a robot verifications, right? We should be in awe of Susie's ability to talk so long about nothing. I will send your recommendation, Queen. Please do. Capacho will blow their minds. I guess as though more survey software is a subject that's been disturbing us. We were all sitting here going, we really need that. I can't run my business without it. They use Google Docs to make the... Shh. Cara. We don't want anybody to know this. Okay? We know. That's why it's so funny. He's like, I built it from scratch. And then we have the Google Translate plugin. I'm like, oh, for fucking crying out loud. Like, really? Really? Like, come on, man. In all honesty, I get ads to take surveys and get paid all the fucking time. They're all over YouTube constantly. I get them like crazy too. It'll be like, come make money for a survey. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to spend half an hour so that I can get 2 cents. It's like insane. It's insane. And I've done like actual product trials and things like that, where it's not just like a survey. They actually pay you for your time and to collect your data to try something like a software. And it's never like that. I don't know what those survey sites are doing. I'm like, who are you doing these surveys for? Because I feel like most of the actual companies just do it themselves, you know? You're low frequency, Joe. They're doing it for free. Yeah, how dare you want to get paid for it?
Going to be graphs available, different demographics available. Who knows? But this is the first step. The first step, Ash is getting his finger on the pulse of how we are all feeling out there and our level of commitment and whatnot. And number 2, it's allowing him and his team.
Him and his team? What team? Sam says, Ash is the type of person that would put a puzzle together and say, I built this. That's pretty much what he's doing here. He's put a tech puzzle together, apparently with some team somewhere. Wherever they are, I don't know, because they don't have an office, so they ain't there. But they put this together with a team, and that's basically what it is. It's just a bunch of other people's software and open source code and whatnot, which you are allowed to use certain things if you have a license. You can get a license to use certain things, even for your products that you could sell. Which is why this is like extra frustrating. Because it's like, no, like you can use other things. Then you can't claim that you built the entire thing. You have to be honest if you use them. Right? You have to let people know. You can't act like you never did and you invented everything from scratch. And then there's certain licenses that you have to get depending on what it is and yada yada. And if you think that Ash Mufara for 1 minute took a second to sit down and learn any of that, or ensure that the people that he allegedly hired for this team did, no, I don't believe that. I don't think he knows what he's doing at all. So it's all very, very worrisome. especially to be like, I built it from scratch. People should buy it off of me. Like, no. Wow, not graphics. Oh my God, you should have been there. There was a time in their early website days where they really didn't have graphics on their website. It was only kind of like the logo, right? Like that was the only graphic, and they had this like weird robot graphic thing that was like in the background. But then they got actual graphics on the website, so there could be like moving video. And for weeks they were excited because like as you scrolled through the website, stuff would move around on the page. The amount of excitement over this website was ridiculous. And it just goes to show like they are very, very behind on technology if that's exciting for them. You know, if they're like, oh my God, guys, we figured out how to put actual graphics on the website. It's like, and you're supposed to be building the tech to save humanity? I'm a little scared. We're fucked, you know? Someone from Fiverr slapped it together for Ash. I mean, yeah, they could have, 100%. If there was anyone else that did it, I would like to think that Ash could probably figure this out on his own, but something tells me he doesn't even have the skill for that based on, well, the way he seems to view technology and talk about it and what it can do and what he thinks he can get done with it.
To look at, how this is working behind the scenes. And I think very soon we will be able to see the results. Okay. We'll be able to see where this is going to stay in our back office.
Wait, are we also supposed to be excited to see the results though, for real? It's 3 questions.
So we can refer to our survey, because I'm sure there will be more and more. Right. And also learn how we may be able to use this tool in the future. So really exciting. It's a simple 3 questions.
Yeah, you're going to have to purchase it first. I doubt that's changed. You know? That was always going to be the thing, is that you had to pay to play. Right? Otherwise, you only got paid in the O coin. So, who needs to write surveys, right? Not many people. Not enough to pay for an app to do it, especially when there's free ones. Like, it's just like, once again, they're creating a paid product that they claim is going to be better than everything on the market. But based on what we've seen, it's just like everything else on the market, if not worse. Because I didn't even, like, looking at the survey, I can only take the survey. I couldn't make a survey. So when does that part kick in? You know? It's ridiculous. Contain yourself, Susie. She's having a hard time, isn't she?
Simple yet powerful.
Powerful.
Simple yet powerful. So I encourage you all, go back into the back office, O News 8. So simple. Read it, click, you're right there. You take the survey.
It's okay, Joe. That was also the last time that somebody got all excited about this kind of technology. So, sort of makes sense. Susie, the one that states that OSAP was the best yet not launched. Yeah, they were all doing that for a while. Right? There was a time where there were no products at all, and yet somehow they were the best products. It was like, well, I guess when they don't exist, you can just claim that they're anything at that point, but that doesn't make it true.
You have until midnight, your time, August 4th,
your time,
to do this survey or to update your answers. Okay? So go enjoy it and have a great day, everyone. Love you. Mwah.
Ah! I didn't consent again. I didn't consent. I never consented. Oh my goodness. Sam says, Susie has convinced me that this will be huge. It will be huge. What's really huge right now is that even Mike Ellis is super excited about this. He's super duper excited about this. He's so excited about this. He's saying that we got schooled. Yeah, you. He's schooling all of us. All of us. Anyone who ever thought that OnPassive wouldn't be the next tech giant, Mike Ellis has something to say to all of you. All right? It's very important. Listen up.
You know, this morning I saw O News 8, and I guess it came out yesterday, late yesterday. And I was curious to ask you all a question. And the question is, what did you see? And most of the responses that I've gotten, well, we saw a survey that Mr. Mufar put out. And it's a very, very important survey. It not only helps Mr. Mufar going forward, but it helps us too.
I don't understand how. Are you going to explain to us how? I don't get how. What's this guy's name? He never elaborates.
The survey was really important for everybody involved. But what else did you see? Now, if you were like me over the course of time, maybe the last year or so,
Want me
you've
to
heard
answer though? Because I don't think you want me to answer that. What did I see? I saw a lot of emotional manipulation being used against people. Maybe some fear mongering a little bit, because like I said, people are going to wonder, oh no, if I answer these a certain way, am I going to get pruned? Saw a really shitty survey that was put back there for Ash to see, you know, how many people still supported him, even though nothing's going on. It's sad. Sad to keep watching this on and on and on, and how you guys just keep getting excited over nothing. You know? I saw Trash wielding pruning shears. Yep. You know, I saw him basically begging people to be more devoted to him. A little freaky. I don't think that they need to be any more devoted. Have any more blind faith. You know? I saw a lot of hype and him gearing up to break more promises. I feel like the promise that it's starting up soon is going to be broken. They had Oblast to give money to needy people, then booted out 2 needy people, right? Right? What happened?
all the negative comments coming from the people you know. Oh. And it could go something like this. Listen, I like what you're saying. I think the vision is spectacular. But in all honesty, you don't have anything. You don't know anything. Everything you have is speculation. It's a hope and a dream. And why would I be interested in anything like that? It's just, there's nothing there.
Exactly. But here's the thing, Mike. It's not just that there's nothing there. It's that you have several major obstacles. You have an SEC lawsuit. You're being investigated by the Dubai police and the UAE bank. Those are kind of big deal things that get in the way. And those places are claiming that this is fraudulent. It's not just about me, like the recovering Hunbot that are speaking out about this. It's the SEC, the banks. You know, you have a CEO that has no knowledge of technology or basically how the world works in general, apparently. He doesn't have the resources, and when he did have the resources, he didn't use them properly. You don't have a business plan. You don't have a business model. You barely even have a plan here. This is basically like, let's all get together, release some products, and hope that it saves all of humanity. That's your plan. Release products, get real rich, save humanity, woohoo! Everything's good. It's like that's not how that works. And you've done this over and over and over again and already failed at it several times. So it's a little more than what you're saying. You know? Daniel says, if I can say in all fairness, since I was a founder, I still feel the Indian tech team kept the products in beta version and was milking Ash for millions, claiming they needed more time for testing. There could have been some of that going on. There could have been, but also in all fairness, the tech team wasn't paid for 9 months. They were made to get work visas, several people, especially in the Dubai office. They were also made to get work visas to go there to work. The Hyderabad office was the same. They have to pay for that. And then those can be held hostage, and sometimes are, by the people that are running the business. So they can't go back home after that. So if that was happening, the reason why it was happening is because Ash owed everyone in that office thousands of dollars for working for him and for creating these products that he was not paying them. And they had rent due every month that he wasn't paying. And they had families that came over with them that they had to feed, and he wasn't giving them money for groceries. So what would you do if you were a tech and you were working for a company that had your passport and you went there to work for them? And then when you got there, they kept you locked up in an office where you weren't allowed to eat, weren't allowed to sleep, went and bragged about it online, and then you never got paid. And then when you got an eviction notice and you took it to the office and said, listen, you guys brought me here to work. They're now going to evict me from my home. You're in charge of my passport and all of this. What do? They go, we're shutting down the office. Don't worry, we'll work it out. And then nothing gets worked out. They just want you to give them all of the data now and all of the hard work you've been doing. What would you do? Would you go, okay, here you go. Here's everything. Here you go. Or would you be like, yeah, you can have your shit when you pay us for making it. And you pay the bills we now owe. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to blame the tech team for that. Even if they did do that and they were milking Ash for millions, it was because he owed them millions. He had almost 1,000 employees that he hadn't paid in 9 months. And he promised them wages that were high for that area. That was the incentive to come work. He was a real asshole. And they went out and they found people that were in need. People that had just graduated from like college and university that needed a job right away. Those were the people that they hired. You know? So I wouldn't blame the tech team for holding the software hostage that they built while they were getting fucked over and being evicted. I got emails from people that were like, if I don't pay this rent within 2 weeks, 4 of us are out on our ass. And they're not answering us. And whenever we ask where our pay is, they say 2 more weeks, 2 more weeks. So when that happened and they were like, oh, we don't have the data, how are we getting back the data? And they were flipping out. I was over here laughing, like maybe you should have been paid. Maybe you should have done what you said you would do with your employees. Because it wasn't just, they weren't O-founders. They were hired employees. Right? And the MLM usually pays the employees at the very minimum. Even the really shitty MLMs that I speak out about every day, they all pay their employees. The people that work at the call centers and for the compliance team, they have employees that they pay wages to. They always get paid. It's the distributors that get fucked over every time with everything in these companies. And the distributors is the customers, is the public. Right? So it wasn't really a situation where it was like, oh, they shut down the office because the Indian office closed down because they hadn't paid the rent there for several months. Right? And the Dubai office got closed down because of the police investigation and they hadn't paid the rent there. I was told that it was both offices that they owed a lot of rent on. And so they had gotten kicked out of the Burj Khalifa, and they got kicked out of the first building in Hyderabad and had already moved to a new building in a new area, and then got kicked out of that building. But by that point, Ash wasn't putting the buildings on the website anymore because he was trying to hide that he was losing all of them. He lost the Egypt office almost as soon as he opened it. Singapore too. Right? He was opening all these offices, but there was no money coming in. The only money that came in was from the O-founders, which is the $108 million that he spent, and then from the O-Connect payments, which he claims was 40 or 50 mil, but that sounds very high to me. But that got frozen. You know? Ash might be a great salesman, but he is out of his depth when running a business. He knows nothing and probably hire people that could not manage a project. And I think that's a lot of it too. And the head of the HR department was Nazal, who was close with Kamal. So, you know, who knew what was going on there? Source code, I wonder about that. I think it's lost, or I don't know, because the site's never been the same since. I feel like he never actually retrieved it, but again, some of that might be because he never paid the employees. Ash thinks that everyone's going to be like working for free. He really has this idea in his head that he's a messiah and that he just tells people, I'm the head of OnPassive. I'm about to save humanity and release all these tech projects. What do you mean I can't have free rent for a year while I work on that? Soon I'm going to be the richest man in the world. And that might work with O-founders, and it might even work with like your CFO and your COO and people like that. But that doesn't work when your building rent comes due. When you have to pay for the lights in your offices. When your employees who need the money to, you know, survive with their family are like, where's my wages that were promised to me? I don't work for free. You know, they're not going to be as brainwashed as the people that are indoctrinated into this. I mean, was there some brainwashing probably going on in those offices, as there often are in the corporate offices and headquarters of these things? 100%. But would it have been to the same extent? No. And it's a bit different because it's more of a workplace cult than an MLM commercial cult, if you will. Still under the umbrella of commercial cult, just a little bit different. AWS has locked up all the data, I would guess. And see, and that's the other thing, is that he owed them money and his contract had come to an end. And I think that they terminated part of it as well. There was a lot going on with the website and with the data and with all of that. Right? And you can't trust anything that Ash has said about it, because no matter what, when he tells people what happens with this, he's going to be the victim all the time. None of this will ever have happened because of him. Everyone is just doing all of this to him. He is the most perfect man, father, husband, friend, CEO in the entire world. And, you know, all these people are just against him because they're scared of what he's about to do. Save humanity.
And I'm sure all of you have heard that. Well, the survey that Mr. Mufara brought out yesterday, it is more than a survey. And believe it or not, we got schooled by the professor yesterday. We really did. Why do I say it's more than just a survey? If you listen to Mr. Mufara's little quick take on the survey he was giving, you start to see what's really happening. And what happened yesterday is Mr.
Wait, what are you talking about? Who got schooled? Who got schooled? I had a great day the other day. I was having a great time. I was laughing my ass off. I thought it was absolutely hilarious that he released this survey and then called it a product. He didn't school me at all. I might have schooled him about it. I don't know. You tell me. But I don't know how you guys got schooled or anyone got schooled. How did we get schooled, Mike?
Mufara and his team, they just introduced the first product.
What?
Things are starting now.
You guys didn't even know? You didn't even know until I did my video. Be honest. Be honest. Gersminder's video came out with the voice note. My video came out soon after. And then literally, then you guys were like, oh, by the way, guys, that was a product. We were all schooled. None of us noticed. So weird.
Not in months or years, whatever. They're starting now. And
Right.
Mr. Mufara introduced the first product that his team has developed.
Wow.
That product is above market value. I think it's superior. And if he ever brings it to
Mike, do you know what those words mean? I'm starting to think that Mike just says random buzzwords, descriptive buzzwords to describe everything. It's always the same ones, you know? Always.
market for us to sell, it will be at a lower cost than anything out there. How do I know that?
Because you know damn well that Ash would not be able to charge a lot for this because it wasn't made from scratch by him and his team above market value, right? Like everything is above market value. Well, I think he just says that now. I think it's going to be above market value and at a cheaper price point. Oh, this product? Oh, yeah, that one too. Above market value, cheaper price point. He's like, maybe if I say it in every single video, it will come true. It's like, that's not even how the law of attraction works, Mike.
I've been listening to Mr. Mufara for 6.5 years. I know what he does. I know what he expects. I know what he wants to develop. And the team he's working with right now.
I don't know. Are you sure, Mike? Marty used to say the same thing. I'd be careful.
Now, they are really, really good. For them, this was child's play. Okay. They put this app together because the company wanted to use it to put surveys out there to see how everybody is and what they're feeling. And it's
okay, so it's child's play, but it's going to be your big hit that you're going to lead with when you launch the company. And it's above market value. I'm just gonna take a minute and just screenshot that. All right, continue on.
It's working tremendously well. But this app, it's better than any other survey app out there just because of who Mr. Mufara is. That's what he does. That's what his team does.
No, that's not how that works. That's not how it works. It's not just because of who he is. You can't be like, it's the best technology ever, the best new software that's ever been dropped on the market because it came from Ash Mufara. That doesn't even mean anything to anyone else besides you guys.
Because of that, if he wanted to, and I don't know what he's going to do with this app, if he introduces it to the public, I believe he'll take over market share, the majority of the market share, in 3 to 6 months. And I hear people say, well, that's nice, Mike, but it's just a survey app. It's not a big deal. Oh, it's a big deal.
Now it's a big deal.
If you look at all the survey maps, the survey apps out there.
Oh my God.
The annual revenue for those.
Does Susie know about any of those? Apparently not, Mike. Can you tell her that they exist?
Apps
She's been doing surveys on paper and printing it off.
Over $3 billion. It's growing at a 14% rate each year. By 2023, it will be over $9 billion. Now, for us, that's a poo-poo market. It's not a very, very big market. But if you are coming...
Are you fucking stupid? What do you mean? For us, that's a poo-poo market. Because you've made more than $10 trillion, right? Like, what are you talking about? Acting like you're big out here. Can't even clean your damn desk. Lord. I would rather chew on a mouthful of tacks than listen to Mike Ellis speak. Yeah, and then also take it seriously. By 2023, that is far off in the future.
Online, and you were going to market one product, and this was the product you were going to market, you could spend a whole lifetime, never saturate the market, and become very, very well off.
Oh my God.
That's how good Mr. Mufara and his team are. And this is an afterthought, guys. Just think about what
But you think you're going to get rich off of the survey? The survey app? Again, maybe if it was like $19.99.
It's coming. And these individuals that are telling us, well, I can't see anything. There's nothing there. That ended yesterday. This was the first.
I'm sorry, guys. I've ended as of yesterday. Rip to me. I'm just not here. Just poof. It all ended yesterday. Everyone is like embracing survey as being the next best thing. Mike probably saw my thumbnail and was like, I bet you she just joined us. Bet you she just joined us. I'm done. I've ended. You heard it here first. I'm sorry, guys. I can't continue on. I've ended.
And these individuals that are telling us, well, I can't see anything. There's nothing there. That ended yesterday. This was the first product Mr. Mufara offered. And he offered it to us to use internally to see how we're feeling, what we're thinking, and how we want to move forward.
Do you really think that this is better than O-Connect? I feel like O-Connect was definitely better than whatever this survey thing is here that we took the other day. That I don't even have the ability to make a survey. It's not even a real app. It's not in the back office. Like, I don't know what. So far, I can only take the surveys that Ash makes. All right. So when you say this, remember when you released like O-Trim, O-Tracker, O-Mail, and then O-Connect, apparently O-Chat, the OES. Like, what do you mean we just released our first product? Our first product this time, right? This time. Like, been doing this for 7 years. Although, to be fair, they didn't release their first product until like 2023, September. Like, or really the first product that they wanted to sell. Sounds like they want to sell this one too. So, I guess there's that. Oh, it's just like, why would that all end? It didn't end when you released your first product the last 5 times. Why would it end this time? How much bullshit is Mike going to shovel? A lot. I love avoiding surveys for whatever it's worth. It beats staff. I guess so, you know. At least it actually exists. We'll give it that.
Really, really some cool stuff. But it's so much more than that. This little app that they developed could be a life changer if he brings it to the market and we get to sell it. That's how good it is. That's how we got schooled by the professor. So when you're thinking about this survey, yeah, go back there and take it. But it's so much more than that.
What is schooled by the professor? The professor is Ash? Does he think that this is a hip saying right now? Did he get too high on that Sydney Sweeney commercial? Like, what happened? What happened, Mike?
Understand what Mr. Mufar is, and he does this all the time. I get such a kick out of this. It's just not a survey. It's what's coming, and what's coming is just superior to anything you've ever seen.
What's coming is imminent dread and bankruptcy. That's what's coming. Run far away.
I just wanted to come out and share that with you guys. I don't know if you're taking it in that manner, but you should be. We have started. This was the first app, Mr.
They launched, guys. We missed it. We missed it because part of me was kind of like, no, this isn't what they're doing. It's so underhyped. I'm a little disappointed if this is the launch of the New Direction company that's not called the New Direction Company. This is it? Like, this is how Mike Ellis, by the way, tells us?
Mufar introduced to you and I, those individuals participating, engaged with what he's doing. This is some cool stuff. It has started. It really has. So get ready. It's just going to get better and better and better. And for that,
yeah, guys, by this time next week, I'm sure we'll all be millionaires from making our surveys. You know, we're going to even put BuzzFeed out of business.
From there, we're going to see at the top of the mountain, and we're going to see on the inside. Take care. Have a great week, and we'll chat later. Bye.
Watch out, Survey Monkey. Watch out. We're coming for you. So, yeah, we were all schooled by the professor. Ash tricked us. We just all thought we were taking this little 3-question survey. But he launched the damn company. Oh, my God. This is their first product, everybody. Are you guys excited? You're happy? I'm sure everybody is celebrating like mad right now. Right? You do a little dancing. You're like, woohoo! This thing finally launched. Woohoo! I'm so excited. And then, you know, there was also what Marty had to say.
Boom. La, 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 la. The rat against me. Okay, I'm beat down. You won. Eventually, I'm going to fight back. What the freak? I said that.
So there was that.
Boom. La, 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 la. The rat against me. Okay, I'm beat down. You won. Eventually, I'm going to fight back. What the freak? I said that.
So, you know, that was interesting. Stay tuned for the rest of that. Don't worry, I'll bring it to you soon. But I thought that to end this, we would just watch the John White, Bill Musk video called Founders and Affiliates, Did You Miss This? Because I did. Did you? I mean, I did miss that this was supposed to be a product. I found that out, and that was funny. But I missed the big launch moment. I think you did too, guys. Boom, baby. That's right. Boom. Boom. I know, he doesn't say that anymore. He hasn't said that in forever. I'm going to miss it. I'm going to miss Marty's boom, baby. Marty, we have to do like a, we will miss you, Marty, sad moment. I'll work on it. I'll work on it for us. Don't worry. We will remember Marty proper as somebody in this scam. Anyway, on to John White and Bill Musk, because I mean, I missed it. Maybe you did too. They've launched.
The One News 8 brought these thoughts that we want to share with you. On July 31st, 2025, we were treated to something that has changed the minds of many founders and affiliates earthwide. There are times in our lives when subtle things are overlooked and forgotten. Mr. Ash Mufareh did something that only the ones who have been paying attention to what he has been telling us for over 7 years, that we are heading toward a stunning reveal.
Woo!
What is a stunning reveal? Stunning reveal in technology refers to a moment when a new product, feature, or innovation is unveiled in a way that captures widespread attention and excitement. This can occur during high-profile events such as product launches.
Yeah, this has been a pretty quiet product launch and launch of a business, hasn't it? What happened to Marty and Robin deserves its own made-for-TV movie. It really does. It really does. And it happens all the time. So, I mean, it's not like it wouldn't be relatable.
Tech conferences, or press briefings. The term emphasizes not just the unveiling of a new technology,
I didn't realize
but the
it was
impact it has on the audience, whether it's the general public, industry experts. You are wondering, where is this going? Think about this. Mr. Ash Mufareh has been giving us updates about where his new company is going, and we have been excited about what we have been told. When Mr. Mufareh said he wanted to see how we felt about how his new company is progressing, he said the company would have a survey that he wants everyone to fill it out no later than August 4th. Okay, we are doing that, but what does this have to do with the stunning reveal? Well, those who might have thought that they will see something...
The bot's like, yeah, okay, well, we're doing that. In such a malicious way.
...that would come out that would excite them might have been disappointed. Stop.
Stop.
Something was revealed, but those who noticed it and who always were able to follow the thinking of Mr. Ash Mufareh got...
Yeah, that's right. If you noticed that it was a brand new product, you must be in tune with Ash Mufareh's way of thinking. And if you missed it, then you better plug in more. Because obviously you haven't been engaged enough. That's what's happening here, by the way, in case you missed that too, because apparently we're missing everything right now.
Super excited. Why? Because the survey that we filled out is the work of Mr. Ash Mufareh's brilliant technology team. The technology team designed that survey from its beginning, built from the ground up. It wasn't imported from an outside source. This survey was created in-house. When we tried it, it performed perfectly. So a digital product made by the technology team performed flawlessly.
I love how surprised they are. They're like, the most simple thing that you could ever make. We made it. And then when we tried it, it worked. And we were like, oh my God. We are all the brilliant tech team. Like, really? They're like, even we were surprised. We were like, holy shit, guys. We actually did it.
Mr. Mufareh said that this survey will be used further, and think about this.
Further.
Founders and affiliates are the first to use it. Could this be a format that will be employed to introduce product number 2?
Would you be angry if you found out that a few of us also were the first to use it? Do I get a medal or something? What do I get? Do I get a cookie today too? Does Daddy Ash give me a cookie? What do I get for this? For being the first, one of the first to use the survey app? What do I win? We're in it to win it.
2. Do you remember when...
Oh on. Are you excited for product number 2? What's that product going to be? The software to collect the data for the survey? I feel like that would be true. This must have been one of the 50 products Ash has been sitting on since October 2020. That would explain it, Joe. That must have been where it came from. We figured it out.
Mr. Moufferet said when we see the first stage, the company has completed the 5th stage. Could that be true with digital products and solutions? Can't wait to find out. Next to make the appearance is O News 9. Wow.
Wow.
John White and Bill Must.
I can't wait for O News 9. I can't wait. I'm so excited. Are you guys excited? They were like really, really, really excited. Really sure why. Again, it wasn't that exciting, and I feel like it's not hyped up as much as I thought it was going to be, you know? The next one's a little bit worrisome. It's called Founders and Affiliates. Do you see the line in the sand? And it was just released a few hours ago, so it's the newest one. Excuse me, sir. Hold on a second. So I'm looking forward to it. Any word on the SEC? Any upcoming court dates happening? The SEC and Ash have allegedly reached some kind of a settlement. Well, the lawyers did, and we're waiting for the SEC to accept or deny it, and that got pushed to September 5th. So nothing will be happening until at least then. They're picketing. Drawing lines in the sand with Ash Mufareh.
Drawing your line in the sand signifies setting clear boundaries that reflect your values, beliefs, and limits. It is an assertion of self-respect and an acknowledgement that certain behaviors or situations are unacceptable. By establishing these boundaries, individuals create a framework within which they feel safe and empowered, ultimately guiding their actions and interactions with others.
Yeah, that's not what was going on here, though. You know? See, setting the boundary would have been Ash explaining to Robin and Marty that they shouldn't be accepting money on the side and that only he's allowed to steal money from O founders. But he never set that boundary with them. You see, Ash isn't the one to talk about setting boundaries. Neither is this company. That would have been setting the boundary, though. You know? That never happened. Instead, it was a big secret. They didn't know, and then they got in trouble for accepting money. When Ash has accepted $108 million and pocketed it from everyone, promised them a bunch of products and that he'd use it to save the world, and then went, fuck this. And then just has you guys praising him like he's the most amazing man in the world while he's off spending the money with his family, having a great time. Then you guys are like, oh, he's working tirelessly. And he came out with O Survey, really? That's what he's been working on for the last, 8 months? Really? Come on. You know? Scamming a bunch of people that are being scammed within a scam is not tolerated. That's right. That's right. It just makes you extra shitty, too, if you're that scammer. You know, it's one thing to scam people. It's another thing when you're a scammer that looks for people that are already vulnerable and being scammed to scam. That's come on now.
Conversely, not drawing a line in the sand can signify flexibility and open-mindedness, but it may also lead to ambiguity and vulnerability. In situations where boundaries are unclear, individuals may find themselves overwhelmed by external pressures.
Yes, he is pushing Save Club on his channel. We spoke about that. And no, he probably hasn't learned anything. It might take a little bit of time. You know, he's been in it for 20 years as well, to think. you know. I'm hoping that he will see the light and choose to go and enjoy his retirement with his family. But we'll just have to see how it goes.
The demands of others. This lack of a defined stance can sometimes foster resentment or confusion as it becomes challenging to navigate relationships or make decisions aligned with one's true self. Ultimately, both drawing a line in the sand and choosing not to can deeply affect personal well-being and interpersonal dynamics.
Says the company that never tells people what is expected of them. Awesome.
Finding the right balance between asserting one's needs and remaining adaptable is crucial. It's important to recognize when to stand firm and when to allow for fluidity, as both approaches offer valuable lessons in self-awareness and the complexities of human.
Did you let Ash watch this video? What about if you draw a line, then a dot? What if you draw a line and a dot? I don't know if I can play that video. I might have to cut it out after. I think it might be copyrighted.
Case all day without a clue. Nothing to lead me to the crooks. Then I looked down, and there it was. A line right on the street.
For those that don't know, this is actually the narration of John Barilla, who is in OnPassive as well. He's a voice actor.
This was the break I needed. Then the line stopped and there were a bunch of dots. If the crooks wanted to confuse me, they failed. The solid line was back. Aha! A pattern. I hurried forward. Sure enough, after the line, there were the dots again. I looked back the way I'd been. First, a solid line. The dots. A solid line. Dots. A definite pattern. What comes next? Let's see. Line. Dots. Line. Dots. And next, a line.
Yeah. Yeah. So we have fun with that here, you know, of course. Of course we do. Is John Barilla still in Ash's good graces? Yes, so far he is. Everyone is, except for Marty and Robin, apparently. Ron seems to have left OnPassive, the cop. He's moved on to another scam, unfortunately. And I hear that there's a couple other people, like Rob from Roblin Live allegedly has left. So I don't know what's going on with them. And people are telling me that apparently Michael Williams' AIM might have also been booted out, but that was behind the scenes. I'm still kind of trying to check that out. Ash barely knows John Barilla exists. Yeah, see, that's the thing, is that Ash doesn't know most of these people like they know him. Right? They all know who he is, and they all claim to worship him, but he, like, doesn't really know them that well. You know, John's been on a few of the webinars. I'm sure he does know who John is, but not as much as the other ones, that's for sure. Because John usually hung out at the, like, other webinars, not so much the corporate ones. Everyone that's not sick is in good graces with Ash. Right?
Founders and affiliates remember reading in O News 7 and Mr. Mufare's personal notes. He made this statement. This message serves as a line in the sand. We move forward with those who walk in truth, who stand for something greater than themselves, and who are ready to build the future on a foundation of integrity. Please consider this your signal of caution and your call to clarity. Founders and affiliates, those are the words of our friend and CEO, spoken from the heart.
Sounds kind of like a threat to me, but okay.
Like Red Redfern said on his live recently, we are at the crossroads. What we got from that statement is the crossroads are headed in different directions. You can't be on both.
Yeah, that's what it is. I'm sorry it's crossroads. They overlap each other. So they kind of do have to go in different directions. Oh, that's why it's called anyway. John White and Bill Mutz. Oh, are we not saying it? Did I miss it? Wait. Where is it? We didn't say it this time. Did you realize it was kind of silly? Like, we know it's you guys. We're on your channel. It sounds like you're signing off at the end, like it's a letter or something. It's weird. Anyway, that's it. That's the video, the newest one. I feel like it's a little bit behind. Like they've fallen behind on releasing their videos or something because they're still talking about like how you should go check out O News 7, and I'm like, dude, we've moved beyond that. What? Where is the announcement that we are super duper excited about this new product and the company launching? That's what I keep waiting for. I keep waiting for it, and I find it very strange that this is how this is going this time. Like, I figured it wouldn't be as hyped up as like when they were doing light shows on the Burj Khalifa. But Lord, this has been sad. If you guys don't start stepping things up, he's going to terminate all of you.
We will terminate you without a notice. You're gone. No joke. We will terminate you without a notice. We will terminate you.
Careful. You don't want that. It's very bad. You know, like I said, if Marty's not safe, nobody is safe. But I hope that all of you are having a wonderful, amazing Friday, my sayers of nay. It's not really a Friday today, but, you know, we're hanging out. And it's Friday night, so woohoo! I hope that all of you are having a fabulous, fabulous week. And, yeah, look forward to the weekend on the community tab because there's going to be lots of great stuff over there, and I'm hoping to release at least one video over the weekend that I am working on. And so stay tuned for all of that good stuff that's coming your way. I'm going to keep a close eye on this and see how this kind of plays out. You know, are they all of a sudden going to get excited? Did they also miss it? Did they not get the memo? What is going on? This is the worst launch ever, and we've had a lot to compare it to. So, you know, that's saying a lot, I think, if you ask me. Because, you know, I'm just saying, we've had 30 launches, I feel like. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Anyway, I hope that all of you have a fabulous, amazing rest of your night. Stay skeptical, stay safe. Be sure to give this a like on your way out. Check out all the links down below if you need to get a hold of me. They are posted all over my channel. You can definitely find me. And I will see you all real soon. Probably Monday for a stream. We'll definitely do a anti-MLM stream on Monday. I should be good to do that. I stand with Queen of Carbide Humbut's honest information no matter where it leads. We have to. No matter where it leads, we're just following the truth, right? Unfortunately, the truth leads you to some bad places sometimes. But they say the truth sets you free, so hopefully it sets everybody free from this scam. I love all of your faces. Have a fabulous, amazing evening. See you soon. Bye. We're in it to win it. Thanks, everyone.
My name is Ash Mufara, and I'm your friend. My name is Ash Mufara, and I'm your friend.
I'm Mike Ellis, by the way.
Shining bright into the future, we rise high.
Call me Reverend Jim Jones, okay? Let's go to Guyana, all right? No joke. If that's the call. Hey.
My name is Ash Mufar.
If you're rude, if you've been doubting or spying, or we know who you are.
Stop going there. She wants to be the first to make us look silly. Yeah, Queen of Karma's on there asking for a debate. That's the lady I brought on. Her debate was Screaming at Ash. And another Queen of Karma asking about why don't we answer the question about religion. I think we've answered that over and over again.
I've been answering them over and over. It's not the answer you want.
Yeah.
Only Reverend Jim Jones. Okay? Let's go to the guy again. Right there.
Alright, this is a great way to start your day. Come here and tune in to Crazy experiences. My name is Ash Mufar, and I'm your friend.
Thanks for coming, everybody.
I'm Mike Ellis, by the way.
And I'm your friend.
Stop going there. That negative YouTube channel has got more followers on it than I do on my YouTube channel. And it breaks my heart.
And I'm your friend. My name is Ash Mufar.
Stop going there. Yeah, Queen of Karma's on there.
My name is Ash Mufar, and I'm your friend.
Let's go to the guy again.